CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Holiday travelers are in for a white Christmas, but it's not exactly what they're hoping for. The forecast calls for blizzard conditions, heavy snow and rain moving across the country. Heidi Wegland is behind the wheel in Salt Lake City.
If something happened, I was stuck in my car. I'd want to have blankets, water, hand warmers.
Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
This fierce winter storm is causing 4 seasons worth of weather. Nearly 3/4 of the country are under some kind of an alert for a watch, warning, or at the very least an advisory, and it's mostly for snow and bitter cold, even into areas that don't see this kind of cold sometimes in decades.
Flight cancellations are growing. There are more than 1,200 already today within, into, or out of the U.S., and 676 delays. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky stood before a joint session of Congress last night and deemed his country alive and kicking as he made an impassioned plea for continued U.S. aid and weapons.
We stand, we fight, and we will win because we are united. Ukraine, America, and the entire free world.
The Kremlin is accusing the U.S. of fighting a proxy war with Russia to the last Ukrainian. The triple-demic is raging on. Correspondent Cammie McCormick has an update.
Hospitals across the country are reporting a surge in flu, COVID, and RSV cases.
My husband is actually at home right now with COVID. Christmas is canceled for him, and I will test with my daughter on Christmas Eve to make sure that we're safe to go to my parents.
Dr. Sophie Jan in New York.
We are up by 150% for sick visits compared to this time last year. We're up by 300% compared to this time 2 years ago.
45 states are reporting increases in respiratory illnesses.
Doctors say they do see signs RSV has peaked. Cryptocurrency swindler Sam Bankman-Fried could appear in a U.S. courtroom as early as today. The 30-year-old FTX founder arrived in New York last night on a plane from the Bahamas. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams says Bankman-Fried's ex-girlfriend and the company's co-founder have pleaded guilty to fraud.
Both Ms. Ellison and Mr. Wong have pled guilty to those charges, and they are both cooperating with the Southern District of New York.
Before there was Messi, there was Pele. Doctors in Brazil say the 82-year-old soccer legend is now under elevated care for advanced cancer related to kidney and cardiac dysfunction. His family says the 3-time World Cup winner will stay in the hospital for Christmas. This is CBS News.
This hour's newscast is presented by Rocket Mortgage. Need to know what it takes for a home loan to fit your budget and your family? Rocket can.
Hi. I'm getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
So am I, because I'm at risk for pneumococcal pneumonia.
I'm asking about Prevnar 20 because there's a chance pneumococcal pneumonia could put me in the hospital. Age 65 or older, you may be at increased risk for pneumococcal pneumonia. Ask your doctor or pharmacist about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20, pneumococcal 20-valent conjugate vaccine, a Pfizer vaccine that can help protect against pneumococcal pneumonia in just 1 dose. Prevnar 20 is approved for adults to help prevent infections from 20 strains of the bacteria that cause pneumococcal pneumonia. Continued approval may depend on a supportive study. Don't get Prevnar 20 if you've had a severe allergic reaction to the vaccine or its ingredients. Adults with weakened immune systems may have a lower response to the vaccine. The most commonly reported side effect was pain at the injection site. For additional common side effects and full prescribing information, please call 1-855-213-2138 or visit Prevnar20.com.
I want to be able to keep my plans.
So I'm asking my doctor about getting vaccinated with Prevnar 20.
Airport checkpoints are chock full of seized stuff this year.
Hockey sticks, bowling pins, construction tools, brass knuckles, knives, all among the items that the TSA has confiscated here in Orlando. The agency's Sari Koschitz.
A typical rule to use is if you don't want the passenger sitting next to you to have that item, then you should think about it and not bring that in your carry-on bag.
Koschitz says statewide, TSA has seized more than 800 guns from carry-ons.
People say they just simply forgot. Well, that's not an excuse.
She says anybody caught with a firearm could face civil and criminal charges, along with a $15,000 fine. Peter King, CBS News, Orlando.
Some music powerhouses are a step closer to their first Oscar nominations. Taylor Swift's song for Where the Crawdads Sing has been shortlisted for a nod for original song, so has Rihanna's music for the Black Panther sequel. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
You wash your hands, you brush your teeth, but what about the nose? How do you clean your nose? With Navage. Navage uses powered suction to pull saline in one nostril, around the back of the nose, and out the other nostril, flushing out allergens, mucus, and germs. And it's why cleaning your nose, the body's air filter, is the next evolution in daily personal hygiene. People try Navage for lots of reasons. Sinusitis, colds, allergies, snoring, things that make it hard to breathe through your nose. But over time, they find that cleaning their nose makes them feel better, a lot better. Over 3 million Navage users have written more than 100,000 reviews, averaging 4.7 stars, saying, best product I've ever used, and amazing, I love my Navage. Navage helps you breathe better, sleep deeper, and snore less, but the biggest payoff is improved health. Navage is good personal hygiene and can help you stay healthier. At Walmart, Walgreens, CVS, Rite Aid, Target, and online. Navage, N-A-V-A-G-E. Clean nose, health.
Injuries and illnesses that require immediate attention can happen anytime, any day of the week. That's why TJ Urgent Care is open daily, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their team of doctors and nurse practitioners are highly trained in caring for your family's urgent health care needs. With on-site lab, radiology, and pharmacy, TJ Urgent Care provides the ultimate convenience. No appointment is needed, and TJ Urgent Care is open 7 days a week. TJ Urgent Care, located at the TJ Health Pavilion in Glasgow. TJ Urgent Care, total local care.
At T-Mobile, we believe people deserve more without paying more. For a limited time, get 4 iPhone 14s with their amazing cameras on us and 4 lines for $25 a line.
Wow, it's like expecting a Christmas caroler.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly.
But getting a whole choir.
Deck the hall with boughs of holly.
With an epic horn section, too.
Tis the season to be jolly.
It's so cool. I'm capturing it all with the amazing camera on my new iPhone 14.
Plus, T-Mobile has Price Lock Guarantee. Unlike the other big guys, we guarantee we won't raise the price of your rate plan for talk, text, or data. So what are you waiting for? Switch to T-Mobile and for a limited time, get 4 iPhone 14s on us with eligible trade-ins and 4 lines for $25 a line. Get used to getting even more from T-Mobile.
With 24 monthly bill credits and auto pay plus taxes and fees for well-qualified customers with 4-line minimum. If you cancel service before 24 credits, credit stop and balance on a required finance agreement for all devices is due. Price lock for rate plan price of current on-network service for eligible lines. Excludes taxes, fees, promos, and third-party services. See T-Mobile.com for details.
You know you can depend on WCLU for local news on the air, online, on demand at WCLUradio.com.
Good morning live, everybody. 45 degrees, 7 minutes after the 6 o'clock hour here from WCLU. It is the 22nd day of December, and we're going to talk about the weather ride we're going to take here, and we'll do that just in a minute. But still, first things first, we got to talk about the folks who are having birthdays today. On this Thursday morning, it's Paul Pace celebrating a birthday with his grandson, Jamie Deckard. So happy big birthday to Paul Pace and to Jamie Deckard today. Miss Ruth Jean Sharp celebrates a big birthday for Malcolm Kirk. It is Robert Shootman. Robert, we understand, is 62 today. Gwen Barber. Sue Furlong. It's William Stewart's birthday. Luke Fisher. Happy birthday to you, Luke. Congratulations on the birthday side of things. Now let's look at the anniversary side of things. We have a couple of very nice couples, both of whom have been married 59 years today. It is Dr. Jim and Sandra Heltzley's 59th anniversary today. And it's Billy and Joanne Hughes with their 59th anniversary today as well. How about that? 651-914-9800-956-1023. And online, we're here for you at WCLUradio.com. All right, 609 WCLU. Let's have a weather discussion, shall we? First things first, I'm going to tell you what the National Weather Service is saying about this in their morning dispatch. A winter weather advisory remains in effect from 5 o'clock this afternoon until noon on Friday. The wind chill warning's in effect from 10 o'clock tonight until about 1 o'clock on Friday afternoon. So, the wind chill warning is for dangerously cold wind chills. Wind chills of minus 25 to minus 30 below zero. Winter weather advisory for snow, maybe 1 to 3 inches with locally higher amounts possible. Winds gusting between, can you believe this, 40 and 45 miles an hour. That is the official National Weather Service prognostication on this particular cold front that is going to barrel through here. Now let's give you the actual forecast as it is worded today. Showers likely mainly afternoon, cloudy with a high of 50. Tonight, rain showers before 9 p.m., then snow showers. Snow could be heavy at times. The low, 0. The wind chill values as low as minus 20. Winds gusting as high as 34 miles an hour. And the precip chance tonight is 90%. Now, those are some big numbers right there. You put them all together, you get to 0, the wind chill of minus 20, 90% chance of snow, accumulation of 1 to 3 inches. Partly sunny and cold for Friday, a high of 9. For Friday night, mostly cloudy, a low of 3. And then Saturday, sunny and cold, a high of 17. Let's take care of all of the precautions that you know about when the weather gets really cold. This is not a guess. It is pretty much a sure thing. Barometers at 30 inches even, 85% humidity, southeast winds at 6 miles an hour. No rainfall in the bucket, and we're at 45 degrees this morning, 6:11. Brennan Crane's in the newsroom. It's the Live and Local 6 o'clock morning edition as we continue here on Good Morning Live.
Everybody wants to feel good about their pharmacy, but in the quest for good health, price does become a factor. In Glasgow, we have a pharmacy that has been able to combine customer service with the lowest possible price day in and day out. That pharmacy is Park Avenue Pharmacy. Ask your friends. They'll tell you that when comparing the price of prescription drugs time and time again, Park Avenue Pharmacy is the lowest price. And with full-time pharmacists and friendly faces you know, you should request the prescriptions be filled at Park Avenue Pharmacy. Park Avenue Pharmacy is located in the Park Avenue Shopping Center, easy to get to from anywhere. Phone 651-5156. You can get low prices and full service. Simply trust Park Avenue Pharmacy in Glasgow.
Have you heard about the new online home for the Glasgow EPB? Well, it isn't just a new-looking website. It's a whole new way to manage your Glasgow EPB services. At the all-new GlasgowEPB.com, you can take care of paying your bill online like always, but you can also request or transfer your Glasgow EPB services, access customer support guides, easily sign up for GEPB alerts, and learn about all available products and programs. So check it out today, GlasgowEPB.com.
Some things can wait.
Decorating for the holidays. Shopping. Hey, there's always next day delivery. But if you're 50 or older or live with a chronic condition, untreated COVID could be deadly.
And if you don't get treatment within days, you might not be able to. So, got COVID symptoms? Talk to a doctor and get treatment right away, because it just can't wait. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Good morning. It's Thursday, December 22nd, 45 degrees, 6:13. And as you've heard, the weather is shaping up to be cold today. We are heading in the southbound direction, and that temperature gauge there, 45 now, but by the day's end, we will be seeing close to 0 degrees. Yes, it's certainly going to drop that much, and that's what we're going to start off with this morning. Local emergency management is preparing for the fact that we are going to see a little bit of an Arctic blast come through the area, and this is really characteristic of the entire country right now. Many places further west of us are already seeing these temperatures that have drastically dropped out of the bottom, really, over the last 24 hours. And it looks like here in Barron County, that is what the expectation is. We've received some information from the Barron County Emergency Management, and they've received info from the National Weather Service, so we're going to be relaying a lot of that information to you throughout this morning. But here's what we know as far as this morning. Quote, we have increased snow totals slightly and lowered Our wind chill values for Friday morning. The winter weather advisory remains in place, but with the colder wind chills, we have updated the wind chill watch to a wind chill warning. Timing of the colder air into the region remains unchanged from our previous forecast. Please exercise caution, wear the appropriate layers of clothing, and wear gloves to keep your fingers from getting exposed. If you get wet, go change immediately. Check on neighbors, family members, and your animals. Do this regularly. That way, if any issues that may arise, help can get to them. Today, please fill your vehicle up with fuel and make sure you have blankets if you're traveling. Have a car charger for your cell phone and keep it charged. Updates will continue as we receive them. Quote, sorry if we are bombarded with them, but we have to ensure the public knows, unquote. That's coming this morning from Marcus Thurman with the Barron County Emergency Management. Now, we spoke with Judge Executive Michael Held yesterday via a phone interview. Judge Held tells us the county is preparing to be on standby for the fact that the weather will be moving in later this afternoon and will likely make traveling conditions this evening and into tomorrow morning very treacherous. Judge Held says the county is on standby to help folks if they need it.
You know, my advice to people, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. But, you know, if you're not prepared, you better get prepared.
That's Judge Held speaking about the fact that folks need to stay off the roadway. Now, also, something that Mr. Thurman alerted us about or made a reminder to you about is the fact that pets in this weather, if they are outside, that can be very dangerous and unfortunately can be deadly to animals, especially when it rains. It's supposed to rain. In fact, we have a little bit of that moving through the area already, but it is going to rain this evening, which will be quickly changing over to some ice and then some snow to follow behind that, perhaps. So again, keep that in mind. Think about the fact that those animals could literally freeze. Judge Held described that.
You know, my advice to people, if you don't have to, again, don't forget your pets outside. You know, if you've got a pet that doesn't have shelter, think about this. If it rains and they're wet and that temperature drops, everything, they're going to freeze. Everything on them is going to freeze. So it's very important to
Now, you can stay up to date with the information. We'll be providing you updates via our website and our app. Of course, you can download that at WCLUradio.com. There is a link there for that. But stay plugged in to just know what's going on out there. And again, the pretty much, we've been through these type of things before. The biggest thing to know that's important is if you don't have to be out, don't be out, and certainly don't call 911. That's another thing authorities are reminding us to let you know about. Don't call 911 to get road conditions. Those folks see an increased call volume during these times, and with the emergencies and things like that, they certainly do not need those unwanted calls clouding that queue. If you have an update on road conditions, you can relay that to us, and we will get that out to folks as well. Yesterday, Governor Andy Beshear declared a state of emergency ahead of this Arctic front that's expected to bring a flash freeze and severely cold temperatures, with rain changing to snow today. That front, it's expected to produce wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour on Friday, and those wind chill values, they could reach minus 10 to minus negative 26 degrees Fahrenheit on Saturday. Again, that's minus 26 degrees. The front is expected to affect travel, and other impacts may include broken water lines, power outages, and damage to public infrastructure and private property. Now, again, you might be saying, well, wow, this sounds like this is really being hyped up. This is really being pushed over the edge. But the important part is that this is going to be a very flash freezing event, meaning it's going to happen very quickly, and that can be dangerous. If you're out on the roadways this afternoon, you're likely going to be seeing that rain quickly changing to ice, and certainly that could be in the form of black ice in some of those places. So again, we cannot give you enough warning. Just don't be out, and perhaps maybe you can stay home and not have to worry about getting out. But if you do have to get out, be sure you're taking some extra time with your travel. Be slow, and be sure you're being smart about things. And as a reminder, too, indoor, the governor is reminding folks, do not put anything indoors that you would necessarily put in a garage or anything like that. Don't be trying to put a grill in your house for warmth, for instance, or generators. Those put off fumes that can be toxic to you, and also they can start unwanted fires as well. Again, we'll continue to update you about this weather system moving through the area. You can stay tuned here at WCLU. In other news, Barron County Jailer-elect Aaron Shirley will assume the role of jailer sooner than expected. Barron County Jailer Aaron Bennett is expected to resign effective Saturday. His last day as jailer, it's tomorrow, December 23rd. Judge Executive Michael Hell issued an executive order yesterday which explained that Bennett plans to resign effectively December 24th. The county judge executive reserves the power by law to name a replacement for the remainder of the term. Shirley was appointed to fill the unexpired term, which is slated to end on December 31st. Now, WCLU News did reach out to Bennett for comment. He initially said he did not have any comment, but went on to say, quote, "I just thank Barron County for the opportunity to serve them since 2005, unquote. That came to us in the form of a text message. Bennett, he did not have any additional comments and did not specify why he resigned. Shirley said he was alerted of Bennett's resignation and he agreed to work essentially the last full week of his term. Shirley, he was sworn in by Barron Circuit Judge John Alexander yesterday. He said he had previously taken the oath of office for his term beginning next month, but he had to take a separate oath and complete a separate bond form to complete Bennett's term. Shirley telling WCLU News yesterday,
"Yeah, it's just one step at a time. The main thing is just getting in there to see what we have and how we can make it better from where we found."
Shirley was nominated as the Republican candidate in the Barron County primary this past May. Bennett, also a Republican, he was not reelected after his first term, and then Shirley going on to beat the Democratic challenger this past November. Two area organizations recently teamed up to distribute 5,044 servings of food to Barron County families facing hunger this winter. Realtor Association of Southern Kentucky and Feeding America, Kentucky's Heartland, sponsored the disbursement. The food, it was delivered to the Barron County School District on Tuesday, December 13th. Now in its 11th year, Realtors Hope for Hunger is a fundraiser conducted twice a year, and they've donated over 4.7 million servings of food to local area school districts since their inception. That's coming from a news release. The cumulative efforts of this year's campaign provided a total of 777,942 servings to Southern Kentucky families. This fall, the Realtors Hope for Hunger Chili Cook-Off, they raised more than $20,000 with an additional $10,000 donation in food from the FAKH, and over 100,000 servings of food. They were distributed to 9 different school districts. And on this morning's 911 activity report, a couple of incidents reported yesterday. An accident with injury reported at 6:24 in the morning that happened there at Happy Valley Road near Cave City. We were reporting to you there near the Kerr's Flower Shop by Ace Hardware area. Looks like Barron, Metcalf EMS, Cave City Police, and Fire responded to that. And then there was another accident with injury that happened that time at 11 o'clock, 331 East Hinesville Main Street. And again, Barron County Sheriff's Office, Hinesville Fire Department, and Barron Metcalf EMS. 6:22, it's 45 degrees, Thursday, December 22nd. We'll be back on this very chilly Thursday. What's in store for the rest of the day and how you can prepare. More on WCLU News next.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're still relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth with visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your procedures and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite has a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/advantage. Head to netsuite.com/advantage for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/advantage.
Holiday greetings from your friends and neighbors at South Central Rural Telecommunications Co-op. Experiencing slow internet speeds, or is your Wi-Fi signal not up to par anymore? Check out their many residential and business internet solutions at scrtc.com. Maybe you want more speed for the new year. Which package might be the one for you in 2023? Just visit them at scrtc.com and get yourself a present. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from everyone at SCRTC.
Mobile apps have changed the way we live our lives today, from banking to ordering groceries and dating. Well, a great way to stay connected with us at WCLU is by downloading our app. Stay up to date with local news, obituaries, birthdays and anniversaries, winners, and so much more. And you can listen to us online too. It's free. It's in your app store. Download it today and stay connected with WCLU as we continue to be your home for local.
Welcome back to WCLU Local News. It's Thursday, December 22nd, 6:24 is your time, 45 degrees. It's great to be with you today. Again, on that weather forecast, we are giving you the warning. Right now, we are heading toward a wind chill warning, a winter weather advisory already in effect, and we are heading towards some temperatures that are certainly not going to be very pleasant out there. Cloudy today with a high of 49, but showers are going to be likely after 5 this afternoon, and that's when those wind gusts are picking up. The temperature is dropping. By tonight, rain and snow showers and a low of -3 degrees. Those wind chill values, folks, those are going to be -23 degrees, though, and breezy out there. Wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour. So it's not going to be a fun scenario at all. 100% chance of precip. There's no doubt about it tonight. We are giving you that warning ahead of time. Try to stay off the roadway. Get in if you can, and try to stay in for several hours. In fact, waking up Friday morning doesn't look like it's going to be very warm either. Only 10-degree high for your Friday, and then wind chill values carrying over to -22 degrees for the duration of Friday. Well, making preparations, Mammoth Cave National Park says they're closing a few roadways ahead of this evening's storm. Flint Ridge, Dennis Ferry, Joppa Ridge, and Houchins Ferry roads in Mammoth Cave, they'll be closed today, 3:30 today. They're going to be closed in anticipation of a winter storm predicted for the area tonight. The secondary roads, they will remain closed until park crews determine that they are safe for reopen for public use. So again, one more time, 3:30 today, they'll be closing these roads. It's Flint Ridge, Dennis Ferry, Joppa Ridge, and Houchins Ferry roads. Those are all there in the Mammoth Cave National Park. Also, we've been letting you know about Kentucky State Police. They're giving you a few indications that you need to follow as we go through this evening. They are advising you to slow down, especially when that turn of 5 o'clock happens, because that's when we're expecting the roadway to begin to get a little icy out there. Now, we're going to see that switchover happen pretty quickly. They are going to be on the roadways monitoring traffic and helping motorists. But again, another thing that they are reminding you of is it takes them a little bit longer to get to you, especially when the roadways get worse. So keep that in mind. If you can keep the accidents down, that helps them out as well. And one more time on that, do not call 911 for road conditions. They will be busy with other calls. If you'd like to check roadway conditions, especially on those state roads, check it out at the state's website, the KYTC. That's GoKY.ky.gov. You can check state roadways there, look at traffic cameras. You can do all of that there through the Kentucky Transportation Cabinet's website. And lastly, today we're going to check in with our friends at Glasgow High School. They are out for Christmas break, and it is certainly going to be an exciting time for students over the next couple of weeks, hopefully. And here's the last of Best of G-Town You Know for this semester.
Hey Scotties, I'm Cody Lucas, feature editor of the Scotty Channel, filling in for Acacia. Welcome to the final G-Town You Know episode of the semester. Don't worry guys, we're not going anywhere. On today's episode, Glasgow High School hosts a special holiday lunch. A senior inspires a tree decorating contest, and the GHS Host Club wins some awards at Region. The Scotty Channel also recaps the recent basketball district doubleheader in our sports report. But first, we have Will Perosi with the headlines.
Good morning, Scotties. I'm Will Perosi, back again with your G-Town headlines. Glasgow High School computer science students were recently recognized for their submissions in this year's Congressional App Challenge. Congrats to Anna Kunkel, Autumn Pollard, and Maddox Mullenkamp, who placed 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, respectively. Members of the GHS HOSA Club recently won a bunch of awards at their regional competition, and we'll have the full list of their accomplishments later this episode. 3 Scotty Band members recently received All-State Band honors. Congratulations to Josh Richards, Andres Garcia, and Brendan Wilson for making the All-State Band. The GHS Beta Club recently had their Quiz Bowl team place top 8 and qualify for Quiz Bowl at State Convention. Glasgow senior Brandon Wilson also qualified for the second round of the Beta Spelling Bee competition. Way to go, Scotties. The GHS academic team has been busy competing across the country, earning 5th place at the Rat Race Tournament in Chaska, Minnesota, and a 4th place finish at the Greatest Snow on Earth Tournament at Russell High School. The Scotties have qualified for the High School National Championship Tournament, so congrats to the team on a great fall semester. The Glasgow Police Department recently donated toys and food to local families. Thank you to the GPD for making the holiday season special for families in need.
What's up, Scotties? I'm Ron Randall, sports editor of the Scotty Channel. Glasgow senior running back Kieran Stockton was recently awarded the Culver's Player of the Year award. Congrats to Stockton on a record-breaking senior season. Former Scotty and current Hilltopper Davin Smith has joined TSR for NIL marketing representation and is now sponsored by Barstool Sports, becoming an official Barstool athlete. The Scotty and Lady Scotty basketball teams recently hosted their first ever district doubleheader against Warren East, who has moved to the 15th district.
Thanks to everyone who helped out with today's show. Until next year, this is G-Town You Know.
Check out the full episode at scottychannel.com.
All right, thank you for that report there. Again, that's from Glasgow High School, the best of G-Town you know, and we will be looking forward to hearing from them at the turn of the semester that happens next month. Lastly, today we want to remind you about some changes to the sanitation schedule, and that's where we'll end our newscast today. We are going to be having some sanitation changes for tomorrow in the city of Glasgow, so listen up closely. Tomorrow, if you normally get your trash picked up, that's going to be Friday. Sanitation and recycling is canceled for tomorrow. That is due to the fact that the governor has declared a state of emergency here in the state of Kentucky. So Friday's garbage will actually be picked up next Friday. Yes, you'll have to wait a week. They will be picking up the extra, so it will be okay if some of that's outside of the can and whatnot. But again, your Friday trash tomorrow will not be picked up by the city of Glasgow. They're pushing that out a week, and the current holiday schedule, it will not change. 45 degrees. It's Thursday, December 22nd. Have a great day.
Catch Brennan Crane's local news coverage weekdays exclusively on WCLU Radio. Good Morning Live at WCLUradio.com and Facebook.
When we lost Frank, we lost a good friend. Father, husband, colleague, and coach. He meant a lot to all of us. Today, we had a chance to tell him that.
When someone close to you passes on, you want to commemorate their life in a special way. That's why individual requests are such an important part of our funeral services. We strive to meet your specific needs for the most fitting service for your loved ones. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Andy Beshear declaring a state of emergency ahead of the expected Arctic storm set to begin later today and into Friday. 1 to 4 inches of snow are forecast throughout much of Kentucky, and temperatures will be dropping into the single digits. Transportation Secretary Jim Gray warns drivers not to underestimate what can happen even during a light snowfall.
Don't get complacent when you hear that the expected snowfall might be fairly light. And why is that? Well, a combination of light, powdery snow and wind gusts of up to 40 to 50 miles an hour can quickly create whiteout conditions on the highway. And many of you have experienced this. I can tell you that I have.
An intense 4 hours at the Clark County Public Library Board meeting last night. At issue, a book entitled Gender Queen. The author shares the story of gender identity, sexuality, and identifying as non-binary. Over 24 residents filed into the meeting, some suggesting special labeling for the book in order to protect their children. Julie Maruskin of the Library Board.
I do care about restricting books in a public library. I cannot do it. There is no physical, practical way to do it. There is for one book. It will never be one book.
Audio is courtesy of WKYT-TV. Perry County Police are warning people about a recent scam. Officials posted to Facebook yesterday to give more information. They say people are receiving phone calls from what the callers are claiming to be Circuit Court Judge Allison Wells' office. The scammers are then telling people they have outstanding warrants and excessive fines to get money from them. Officials say that neither law enforcement nor the courts ever request payment over the phone. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
The authority on business is Bloomberg Television.
How divided is this FOMC right now?
Global business headlines, market-moving news, and smart analysis.
The question that seems to come up all the time is, where do you go with stocks?
Powered by 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 120 countries around the world.
Depends how your market's closed.
It's been an incredible ride higher.
Bloomberg Television, the Bloomberg Business app, and Bloomberg.com.
How can people even begin to trade this?
Check your local listings for the cable or satellite.
In my family, I'm the planner. From the weekly grocery list to the family vacation, everything, all the details. Though planning for the end was something I left off my list. Then a friend told me about South Central Kentucky Monuments in Glasgow. She said even though it wasn't on her to-do list, seeing them was one of the best planning decisions she'd ever made. South Central Kentucky Monuments showed her the different options they have available, even an image of the finished monument. And since South Central Kentucky Monuments does all the stone carving in-house, it cost much less than she expected. They made the process easy to create the exact memorial she wanted. So my husband and I made a plan to see them. We are so happy with our decision. We encouraged our family and friends to do the same. It'll be the best planning decision you ever make.
Buy direct and save money at South Central Kentucky Monuments at the corner of East Front Street and Columbia Avenue. Family owned in Glasgow since 2010.
It's important to know you can send unique designs at a price you can afford when you send a design created by Jeff's Country Florist. And if you can't seem to find that one-of-a-kind unique gift, then come see us at Jeff's Country Florist. These great designs and gifts are available for local delivery or in-store pickup. Stop by and browse our showroom at 4911 Scottsville Road in Glasgow. We're open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, Saturdays, 9 till noon. Let's talk. 270-678-3575. There's only one Jeff's Country Florist.
636, Good Morning Live, WCLU and the Big Willie. We have 45 degrees. In area funeral announcements this hour, Mr. Mark Blankenship, age 53 of Park City, died Monday at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital. Mark was born in Freeburn, Kentucky in 1969, a son of the late Archie and Fayetta Blankenship. Mark is survived by his wife, Danielle, 2 children, Addison Monroe and Braden Ray, all of Park City, 2 sisters, Judy Blankenship and Wanda Walford, and husband Larry, and a brother-in-law, Tommy Blankenship, all of Freeburn. Special brother Chris Gamble and wife Marcia of Allen City, Kentucky, 3 nephews and 2 nieces. As per his wishes, the family has chosen cremation for Mark Blankenship, and no services are scheduled this time. The Bob Hunt Funeral Chapel is entrusted with the care of Mr. Blankenship and his family. Russell Allen Maddox, 63 of Scottsville, died Tuesday. Russell was born in Hamilton, Ohio in 1959, a son of June Arlene Roseman and the late Roland Lee Maddox. Russell is survived by 3 daughters, Stephanie Wyrick and husband Daniel of Sharps Chapel, Tennessee, Sharon Williams and husband Jason of Scottsville, and Sherry Kirk and husband Sherman of Bowling Green, a son, Marcus Maddox, and wife Heather of Glasgow, his mother, June Arlene Roseman of Louisiana, 10 grandchildren, Kinsley, Kaysen, Justin, Jackson, Jalen, Jada, Jarek, Colton, Ryan, and Alex, and 4 great-grandchildren. Funeral services for Russell Allen Maddox will be at 1 o'clock Monday at the Fountain Run Funeral Home. Burial will follow in the Liberty Baptist Church Cemetery. Visitation begins Monday morning at 9 o'clock at the Fountain Run Funeral Home. John Marshall Bowles, age 71, of Glasgow, died Tuesday at the Medical Center at Bowling Green. He attended Lick Branch Elementary and Eastern Elementary and Temple Hill High School, graduating in 1969. He then worked at South Central RTC for 37 years. He always spoke of the friendships and memories with his second family. He worked part-time after retirement at Lessonberry's Plumbing and Electric, doing what he enjoyed, helping others and working inside the building industry. He served the community with the CERT program, the Glasgow Baptist Church White Christmas Food Basket program. He loved taking mission trips to the U.S. and took pride in the work of remodeling church properties. He was part of the Southern Baptist Emergency Laundry Program, an on-site disaster to help those in need. He is survived by his loving wife, Donna Lee Medcalf Bowles, 3 sisters, Barbara Dilley, Lena Cannell, and Debbie Marzaz, 2 brothers, Donald and Jerry Bowles. He is survived by his sons, Marshall Todd Carter, John Marshall Bowles II, Brian Terry Bowles, and Nathan West Harris. Grandchildren, Gentry Lynn Bowles, Oliver Murphy Harris, Tanner Lane Carter, Miles Samuel Harris, Ross Elliott Bowles, Cale Howard Harris, Dylan Cole Bowles, Landry Travis Carter, and Crosby Russell Harris. The funeral service for John Marshall Bowles will be at noon Tuesday at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, with burial to follow in the Bowles Cemetery on Highway 6880. Visitation will be Monday from 2 until 8 and on Tuesday morning until the funeral hour. Funeral services for Betty Carol Simmons, age 68, of Flippin, will be Friday at 11 o'clock at the A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Turner Cemetery in Monroe County. Visitation is today from 4 until 8 and Friday morning until the funeral hour. A celebration of life service for James Marshall Doyle, age 75, of Park City, will be at 6 p.m. tonight at the Horse Cave Baptist Church under the direction of the Patton Funeral Home. Service for Tina Sue Barnett Estes, 71, of Greensburg, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Coward and Parrott Funeral Home. Burial in the Bethlehem Cemetery. Service for Libby Frost, 70, of Scottsville, will be today at 1 o'clock at Goad Funeral Home. Burial in the Allen County Memorial Gardens. Service for Ruel Milton, age 81, of Burkesville, will be today at 1 o'clock at the Ballou and Stotts Funeral Home. Burial in the Gaines Hill Cemetery. Service for Mike Lee Starnes, age 74, of Tompkinsville, will be at 1 o'clock today at the Oakley Tribble Funeral Home. Burial in the Monroe County Memorial Lawn. Service for Gary Wayne Gibbons, age 66, of Glasgow, will be today at 1 o'clock at A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home. Burial in the Glasgow Municipal Cemetery. Obituary information is available 24 hours a day free at WCLUradio.com and on the WCLU app. No login is necessary.
The share it with a friend deal, even if that friend is yourself. Your McDonald's, your rules.
Who says the perfect friendship doesn't exist? Get 20-piece Chicken McNuggets and a basket of fries for only $8.99. Share it with a friend or many friends. Only at McDonald's. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
6:42 and 45 degrees. Good morning live. Let's turn to local sports. A lot of holiday tournaments in basketball action to tell you about. In boys action, Clinton County defeated Glasgow 64-62. Barron County down Clarksville, Northeast Tennessee 83-79. It was Caverna over Grayson County 65-62. Hart County over Montgomery Central of Tennessee 59-41. It was Metcalfe County downing Meade County 57-40. Monroe County over Adair County Monroe County fell to Adair County 77-68. Warren East lost to Breckinridge County 69-48. It was Bowling Green 84, Hopkinsville 57, Fleming County 75, Greenwood 71, and South Warren over Crittenden County 67-23. Girls action from last night: Grant County over Glasgow 62-58. Barron County defeated Livingston Academy out of Tennessee 48-44. Marshall County 58, Hart County 46, Metcalfe County 42, Grayson County 37. It was Greene County 41, Edmondson County 37, Bowling Green over Ryle 56-46, and Rowan County downed Greenwood 70-54. High school basketball today in girls games. Glasgow wraps up play in a tournament in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Barron County takes on Station Camp, Tennessee in Gatlinburg. Hart County faces both Wayne County and Bell County at Wayne County High School. Metcalfe County travels to Edmondson County. Warren East hosts Whitesville Trinity. Warren Central goes up against Livingston Academy of Tennessee in Gatlinburg. Bowling Green squares off against DuPont Manual at Bullitt East High School, and Greenwood plays its last game in the tournament at Bullitt East. Boys action today: Barron County takes on Corbin in Gatlinburg. Caverna plays Breckenridge County at Ohio County High School. Edmondson County entertains Taylor County. Metcalfe County goes up against Davis County in Brownsville. Warren East travels to face off against Ohio County. Greenwood plays in the last game in the tournament at Mason County High School, and South Warren plays Clarksville Christian of Tennessee in Russellville. And that's a check of morning sports.
Hello, I'm Kellen Havikin with Ag Headline News on Brownfield. Crop insurance officer says volatility in the ag sector is allowing farmers to lock in record levels of revenue protection. Josie Wolf is with Farm Credit Services of America.
We're seeing some of the highest crop insurance guarantees because of the higher commodity prices, and customers are taking advantage of that and locking those in.
She tells Brownfield producers need to know the cost of production to determine the amount of insurance coverage for 2023. More news is next.
Hello everyone, this is Joe and Rachel Dotson from Best One Tire in Glasgow.
We wanted to personally thank you for supporting our tire and repair business at 100 Shawn Lane.
Many of our customers come to us for ag and truck tire, but did you know we are capable of serving any size car or pickup?
With over 300 stores behind us, our buying power means we can pass on to you the very best pricing in our area.
We have many tires and tubes in stock, and we can do alignments on just about anything that rolls.
I was raised in Metcalfe County. After being away for a few years, Joe and I brought our family back to the area, and nothing brings us greater pleasure than servicing our neighbors when they are broke down in the field or on the road. We are here for you. We want to help you by taking the stress out of buying your next tires. We will work with any budget, anytime.
Come in and find out why we are the fastest growing tire company in Glasgow. We love this business. We love this town. Pretty soon you will be coming to our new store out on Highway 90 right here in Glasgow.
Best One Tire and Service, creating one raving fan at a time.
Farm real estate appraiser Jim Ruthermich is the vice president of Iowa Appraisal and says buyers and sellers have been benefiting from historically high farmland prices.
There's more opportunities to buy land, and the high prices is jarring some of that land loose that's been held in tight hands for 50 to 100 years. I mean, there's been several farms sold this summer and fall and that were held over 100 years in families.
And legislation that would exempt farmers from proposed reporting requirements through the Securities and Exchange Commission did make it through Congress in time. More than 120 members of Congress supported H.R. 963, known as the Protect Farmers from the SEC Act. And USDA's second pool of climate-smart ag funding will help jumpstart a pilot program for the Iowa tribe of Kansas and Nebraska by helping educate Native American participants on the benefits of climate-smart commodities. I'm Kellen Havikin on Brownfield Ag News.
Ugh, why is this thing so slow?
Is your slow computer frustrating, but you don't want to pay the money for a new one? Well, check this out.
Hi, I'm Chris from Apollo PC. Nothing runs better than a new computer. Our refurbished models are practically good as new. Right now, get a complete computer system with monitor, keyboard, mouse, and speakers running Windows 7 for only $300. Or if you prefer a laptop, we have fully refurbished models for only $250. And we wouldn't put the Apollo name on it if they weren't top-notch.
Search faster with Apollo PC. Chain Drive in Glasgow next to Sweetheart Bakery.
Dozers, tractors, cranes, loaders, and dump trailers are what I use to get the job done, and they better work when I need them to. That's why I see the professionals at Joseph A. Wade Incorporated in Glasgow. Winter is when I have them check all the cylinders and hoses I use. Big cylinders, like hydraulic ones. If they need repair, I know I can trust Joseph A. Wade Incorporated to do the job right. They have the brains and the equipment to tear down, rebuild, and test all types of hydraulic and air cylinders. 8-inch bore to 14 feet long, single, double, even 5-stage. They can do whatever cylinder repair or rebuild I have, so I'm ready to go every spring. And custom hydraulic hoses, bolts and nuts, drill bits, valves, tools, and whatever else me and other contractors, farmers, manufacturing companies, and businesses need to keep our operations running smoothly every year. See them now. Winter won't last forever. Joseph A. Wade Incorporated, located in the curve of Industrial Drive in Glasgow.
Let's get the birthdays on here before we move forward. We got the archives coming up straight ahead, but we need to tell you about Chris Hagan. Chris, your mom and dad call up to wish you a happy 47th birthday today. Gwen Barber has a birthday. Sue Furlong. Luke Fisher. William Stewart celebrates today. Robert Schubman. Hey, Robert, happy 62nd birthday today, sir. It's Malcolm Kirk, Ruth Jean Sharp. We've got a granddaddy and grandson tag team here. A couple of nice fellows. Paul Pace celebrates with his grandson, Jamie Deckard. Anniversaries, both of these couples have been married 59 years. Dr. Jim and Sandra Heltzley, 59th. Billy and Joanne Hughes, 59th anniversaries. Congratulations. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. And online, we're here at WCLUradio.com. It is by special request Cynthia Watson Day on the radio. If you happen to see Cynthia around today, why don't you pat her on the back and remind her that she is, in fact and indeed, as good as gold from WCLU and a little taste of Texas.
The holidays are here. Achieve gifting greatness when you give perfectly aged, tender, delicious Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide. Plus, when you use code SIZZLE at checkout, you get an extra $40 off your order. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship curated special take the guesswork out of gifting packages right away. So beat the rush and be a holiday hero. Shop omahasteaks.com. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for that extra $40 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Let me ask you something. What do you see when you look at your home and your car? Do you see a bundle, a combo deal? That's how other insurance companies see them. But a State Farm agent sees so much more, because a State Farm agent sees your home and your car as more than just 4 walls and 4 wheels. They see the things you've worked really hard for. So why not give them the protection they deserve? Call State Farm agent Mike Bryant in Glasgow at 270-651-3608.
Let's make it official. Here comes the sound of the archives on WCLU. Wait, that's not the sound of the archives. This is the sound of the archives. Actually, here's the sound of the archives, the voice of Sam Terry. Good morning, Sam. How you doing, sir?
I'm well. How are you today, Henry?
Doing good. Just sitting here. A lot of weather chatter going on, and we're just going to be well-informed and well-prepared. And probably someday in the archives, it won't be you and I, but somebody will talk about the Christmas holiday where it was 40 below or something like that.
I agree.
And we can all, the rest of us, say, yeah, I remember that, for sure. But we just got to be prepared for it first. How about 100 years' worth of activities in our history? Sam, you ready?
Yes, sir.
In 1922, there was an advertisement this day in the Glasgow Daily Times about an advertisement with a wish to inform old Santa that we are ready for him if he needs any kind of candy or nuts or fruit cakes or plain cakes or mincemeat in bulk or canned, any kinds of groceries or meat. Also, here just in time for the holidays, Sam, they're advertising firecrackers, Roman candles, skyrockets, and torpedoes for the little folks. And that establishment here 100 years ago, go down to Doherty Brothers. They had quite the selection, didn't they?
They certainly did. And the Doherty brothers were in business for a long, long time, but a part of our history here. And, of course, their descendants have done some pretty amazing things as well, and we mention them in the archives often.
Yes, we do. Go down there to the Doherty Brothers, get some mince meat and some Roman candles for the holidays. 1922, I just think this is a really cool story out of 1922 about Santa Claus coming. This is in the Glasgow Republican.
This is actually 32, Henry.
Oh, did I say 32? I'm sorry. Well, because I've got that 22 for December the 22nd. I'm sorry about that. You caught me before I totally blew it. All right, we've got a real live Santa Claus going to be at our produce house on Saturday, December the 24th. Santa will have a present, candy, and popcorn for all the kiddies of all of our customers and patrons who bring us poultry or eggs that day. Bring us your produce, also your kiddies, to Santa. We're going to pay the highest possible market price as a special on that day. Naive Spiller Corporation in the Big Spring Bottom. George F. Bandy is the manager. I hope I said that word right. That N-A with 2 dots above it, I-V-E, Spiller Corporation. You don't think about in 1932 having corporations here doing business, but they were. They had a deal for you. Bring us your poultry or eggs, and we'll give Santa will give your kids a treat for coming. What a promotion that was. In the Big Spring Bottom. Say that again?
Covering 2 bases at once.
That's right. Well, I mean, you know, they wanted to get folks in, and I guess they were able to there. On Christmas Eve, come and see Santa Claus at the Poultry House. This story right here out of 1942 has an interesting spin to it. This is it's got a little political satire in it. The headline reads, Chair Factory is closed. The Chair Factory on the Tompkinsville Highway closed its doors for the duration of the war on December the 10th. When the owner, Ferris Wilson, entered the U.S. Army Signal Corps, he is now stationed at Camp Crowder, Missouri. He wishes all of his friends Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and at the same time he wishes to Hitler many bullets and death. There's your holiday greeting for you, for sure. Why not join the bandwagon of everybody that was totally aggravated about all that Hitler was doing overseas, as they should have been, but we're sending a gentleman right here is making a sacrifice. Mr. Ferris Wilson says, I'm closing my chair factory so I can go fight in the war. Merry Christmas to y'all, and bullets and death to Hitler, 1942. The spirit of those going to war was high, wanting to get this thing over with, come back and reopen the chair factory, Sam Terry. 1952 in the news, the First Presbyterian Church of Glasgow is going to present the oratory The Messiah on Sunday, beginning at 4 o'clock. This is going to be broadcast over WKAY. It is the first broadcast of the famed Handel composition to be presented in Glasgow. The program is part of the church's 150th anniversary observance. Reverend William L. Huntsman, the pastor of the church, will serve as the narrator for the scriptural passages. Pretty big deal there, of course. WKAY, these same airwaves we're speaking on right here in 1952, the first broadcast of the famed Handel composition, The Messiah. You know, a lot of folks, I am sure, were tuned into that, Sam.
I'm sure they were. You know, you wouldn't have too many opportunities to have heard The Messiah without radio broadcasts. And if you didn't live in a big city where there were choirs and so forth that could perform that. So that was a big deal.
It was a special deal for sure. All right, 1962, the news in the Glasgow Times, some Lipscomb students are arriving today. Coming home for Christmas, Ray Marie Frazier, Philip Whiteside, Anna Ray Prophet, Sue and Bobby Carey, Carolyn Smith, and Charles Frazier. They all arrived today to spend Christmas vacation from David Lipscomb College with their respective families. That's interesting how we don't always hear the names of the students who be coming home for the holidays as a group, or as a everybody from this college coming home is blank and blank and blank. I think that's an interesting way to present that story, but some excellent students from here coming home.
Certainly is.
This day in 1972, this is there are morning coffee clutches out there down at George J's and other places. This one would be a good topic for today's discussion. This day in 1972, City Judge Shelley Ryherd ruled that Sunday closing is unconstitutional on 2 grounds. Buddy Alexander represented the defendants, and Larry Garman was the prosecuting attorney. So you see this business of these citations we've been talking about here in the archives over the last several days. It's culminated to bring this issue before City Judge Shelley Ryherd, and the 2 sides were represented, one side by Buddy Alexander, the other by Larry Garman. Don't you know? A lot of discussion about that over the years, Sam.
Without a doubt, and a good reminder to us to record our oral history.
Yes.
Wouldn't we love to sit down with those 3 men and hear their take on it all 50 years later?
It would be tremendous to kind of hear the spin on it, the arguments, the thought pattern as it went forward. But and those are 3 good ones involved, I might say. 1982, the Barron County Rescue Squad held a bake sale this day out at Walmart to raise funds to buy Christmas presents for nursing home patients. There was a picture, I think this was in the Glasgow Times, of Wayne Moore, the Walmart manager, presenting a country ham to Helen Frazier, who is the secretary of the squad, and to Ernest Boston, who is the captain of the squad. We're talking about the Barron County Rescue Squad. Good folks all around doing good things there in 1972. I'm sorry, that was 1982. 1992, winners announced in the Transfinancial Bank Christmas in Glasgow art show. You know, always a lot of the Transfinancial Bank had a history of promoting the arts and local artists. And here in 1992, the winners in the show, Mike Bratcher, Sandra Shoup, Cindy Scott, Emily Tuttle, Barbara Pierpoint, Vance Cummings, and Bill Motes. Excellent artist. And you know, as I recall, Sam, that was a very competitive competition over the years, wasn't it?
It certainly was. And several of those artists are out-of-town folks who brought their art for that competition. And today it's still a neat thing to walk around in what's now U.S. Bank and look at some of the art collection that was assembled over the years.
It really is. It speaks volumes to the talent that we have had here over the years, for sure. Let's move from the art show competition to the conservation writing contest of 2002. This story in the Barron County Progress. The winners this here 2002, Greg Meadows, first place, Chase Armstrong in second place. The poster winners, Emily Brown, first place, and Luke Deckard in second place, and Chelsea Peden in third place. Congratulations to all of the winners there. And in 2012, this was the day that John Lawson retired from Citizens First Bank after a banking career which started in 1971. A good fella indeed. Okay, that's where we have the archives wrapping up for today. 100 years worth of things that were pretty interesting around here.
Well, they are, and I'll throw in one more thing that's not in our natural rotation for this year, but a day that a lot of people talk about, but they don't know when it actually occurred. It was on this day in 1945 that a little baby was born named Lila Diane Sawyer at T.J. Sampson Community Hospital.
1945 out at T.J. Diane Sawyer. So what? So how does that make her now, by the way? You want to do the math?
Well, she's going to have a great birthday.
Yeah, that's right, for sure.
We love to talk about Diane Sawyer being born in Glasgow. Right. As many of us know, her parents were visiting for Christmas when she decided to make her arrival, and we're always proud to see her and all of her activities.
What a career she has had. Say archives. I'm glad you brought that up, Sam, so we can put it in perspective. Have a good day, sir, and enjoy the change in temperature, and we'll reconvene tomorrow for a chilling version of the archives, okay?
Can't wait.
Have a good day. Sam Terry, the Archives Today, brought to you by the good folks at Joseph A. Wade Industrial Hardware Services.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
Weather from the WCLU Weather Center. Brought to you by South Central Bank.
You've invested a lot of time and energy working for your money. Now it's time for your money to work for you. South Central Bank is announcing a 21-month and a 9-month CD special with an annual percentage yield of 4.25%. 21 and 9-month CD special paying 4.25% APY at South Central Bank. You choose the term that works best for you. $500 minimum balance to obtain the APY. Come into any South Central Bank office today and put your money to work. You rate better at South Central Bank. Member FDIC. Well, let's continue to talk about the weather here in the WCLU Weather Center. Let me get the official wording from the folks at the National Weather Service. We are under a... I'll get my terminology right here. We are under a wind chill advisory starting today at 5 p.m. and going until noon tomorrow. Now, with that, we've got some chilling temperatures and some frightful weather in the forecast. Listen very carefully. Showers likely afternoon today, cloudy, a high of 50. Tonight, rain showers before 9 p.m. That'll switch to snow showers. Snow could be heavy at times. The low is going to be a flat 0. Wind chills are going to be minus 20. Winds gusting as high as 34 miles an hour. If you want to play the numbers, the precip chance tonight is 90%. More numbers, the new snow accumulation, 1 to 3 inches. Friday, partly sunny and a high. We will trudge forward and get to only 9 degrees tomorrow. The wind chill will be minus 21. Friday, mostly cloudy, a low of 3. And Saturday, sunny and cold and a high of 17 degrees. Let me look over here at the WCLU Constant Coverage and Studio radar screen. We had just a few little sprinkles earlier this morning, and those sprinkles are dotting the neighborhood a little further to the north, a little more regular precipitation. Lexington down along the Martha Lane Collins Parkway back west into Elizabethtown. Here in south central Kentucky, just a few little sprinkles are dotting the radar screen this morning. Barometer is at 30 inches even, 85% humidity, southeast winds at 6 miles an hour. 44 WCLU. Weather brought to you by South Central Bank.
Andersen Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection are designed to meet building codes for coastal locations from Maine to Miami, Gainesville to Galveston. And they're on guard even when no one is home. Andersen Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection. The uglier the weather gets, the more beautiful they become.
See the full line of Andersen Windows and Doors at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Andersen Windows. Come home to Andersen.
Little Caesars presents delicious duos like bacon and eggs, spaghetti and meatballs, and of course peanut butter and jelly. Now, Little Caesars brings you a large, hot and ready slices and sticks. A delicious duo featuring 4 slices of pepperoni pizza, together with 8 tasty slices of Italian cheese sticks, plus crazy sauce for only $6. Little Caesars hot and ready slices and sticks is just $6. Available every day when you walk in between 4 and 8 at Little Caesars.
Pizza. At participating locations plus tax. Prices may vary.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. Do you feel like you're losing control of your finances? If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, we can help you take back control. The IRS is the largest and most aggressive collection agency in the world, and they can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Take control of your tax problem now by calling the experts at U.S. Tax Shield and take advantage of the Fresh Start program and new law clause that may allow us to negotiate a settlement for the lowest amount possible. Our team of tax attorneys and enrolled agents can stop collections and get you protected so you can take control of your financial future. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau, so call now. 800-785-9132. That's 800-785-9132. U.S. Tax Shield. 800-785-9132.
Are you drowning in IRS tax debt?
I owe the IRS $37,000.
Civic Tax Relief can help protect you from the IRS.
Civic Tax Relief basically represented me against the IRS, and by the time everything was completed, I didn't owe the IRS anything.
Civic Tax Relief's special tax hotline can help you discover all the relief programs available for free.
I would recommend anyone who has a tax problem to contact Civic Tax Relief.
Just call 800-841-0908. 800-841-0908.
All right, we're going to play trivia today. Somebody has got some smarts out there that are going to come through, and maybe even, how would we say this? You're going to win a pizza at Little Caesars Pizza. Here we go for the trivia question. You provide the answer. Little Caesars provides the prize. 651-9149, 800-956-1023. One of the perennial Christmas movies that is shown often this time of the year is the movie White Christmas. The most sold and best-selling Christmas song of all time, White Christmas, came from that movie of the same name. It also starred a famous Kentuckian. Can you name this star? One of the perennial Christmas movies this time of the year is the movie White Christmas. Starred a famous Kentuckian in White Christmas. Who would that happen to have been? Trivia.
Rosemary Clooney.
Correct. My goodness, that didn't take any time, did it?
That's one of my favorites.
Who is this speaking?
Jennifer Russell.
Hey, Jennifer, how are you doing today?
Doing all right.
White Christmas is a fabulous movie. Now, tell for the benefit of our audience, of course, who did Rosemary Clooney co-star with in that movie? The one and only
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby, that's right. You know, talk about people that can sing. Rosemary Clooney, she is from Maysville, Kentucky. And
yes,
and she has, in fact, I was in doing my research today. After she passed away in 2002, she's buried back in Maysville, Kentucky. But boy, did she have a career, and boy, could she sing.
Yes, she could.
Remember that song she did, Mambo Italiano? I just always enjoyed her style. And in that movie, White Christmas, she will live on forever, won't she, Jennifer?
Yes, she will.
All right. Well, I am going to tap you down here as a winner. If you'll hang on a second, I'll get your address. And I'm glad you jumped over that one, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, wait right there. Jennifer Russell, she wins trivia today. It is true. There's a movie that's on every television channel showing Christmas movies. Off and on, it's White Christmas. Bing Crosby and famous Kentuckian Rosemary Clooney. Now you know the rest of the story. We'll play tomorrow. Come and join us.
Fannie J. Crosby wrote so many beautiful songs of the church. She wrote songs like Blessed Assurance, All the Way My Savior Leads Me, Jesus Keep Me Near the Cross. The list just keeps going. She wrote thousands of beautiful hymns. Fannie J. Crosby, as a baby, contracted an eye infection and was treated poorly. She was left blind for the rest of her life. But as an 8-year-old child, she wrote this, "Oh, what a happy child I am. Although I cannot see, I am resolved that in this world contented I will be. How many blessings I enjoy that other people don't. So weep or sigh because I'm blind. I cannot, I won't." What an attitude. Sounds like Hebrews 13:5 to me, that we're to keep our life free from the love of money and be content with what we have because Jesus will never leave us. This has been Bart Warren for the South Green Street Church of Christ.
South Green Street Church of Christ, 306 South Green Street in Glasgow, 270-651-5409.
The holidays are here. Achieve gifting greatness when you give perfectly aged, tender, delicious Omaha Steaks. Go to omahasteaks.com for 50% off site-wide. Plus, when you use code SIZZLE at checkout, you get an extra $40 off your order. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship curated special take the guesswork out of gifting packages right away. So beat the rush and be a holiday hero. Shop omahasteaks.com. Use promo code SIZZLE at checkout for that extra $40 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Good morning from Forever Communications. WCLU Glasgow, W276VO Glasgow, WLLI Muffordville, WLYE Glasgow, W253BN Glasgow. Good morning live.
CBS News Brief. A massive pre-Christmas storm is bearing down on the heart of the country. More than 1,100 flights in the U.S. are canceled already today, but there's caroling among the chaos at the airport in Minneapolis.
Feliz Navidad! It's not worth it, especially at this time of year, to get all riled up.
A standing ovation on Capitol Hill for Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's addressed a joint session of Congress last night.
Your money is not charity. It's an investment in the global security.
Prosecutors in New York are urging anyone who may have helped Sam Bankman-Fried dupe FTX investors out of billions of dollars to come forward now. U.S. Attorney Damian Williams.
We are moving quickly, and our patience is not eternal.
Bankman-Fried arrived in New York last night. He could make his first court appearance in the U.S. as soon as today. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Injuries and illnesses that require immediate attention can happen anytime, any day of the week. That's why TJ Urgent Care is open daily, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Their team of doctors and nurse practitioners are highly trained in caring for your family's urgent health care needs. With on-site lab, radiology, and pharmacy, TJ Urgent Care provides the ultimate convenience. No appointment is needed, and TJ Urgent Care is open 7 days a week. TJ Urgent Care, located at the TJ Health Pavilion in Glasgow. TJ Urgent Care, total local care.
You've invested a lot of time and energy working for your money. Now it's time for your money to work for you. South Central Bank is announcing a 21-month and a 9-month CD special with an annual percentage yield of 4.25%. 21 and 9-month CD special paying 4.25% APY at South Central Bank. You choose the term that works best for you. $500 minimum balance to obtain the APY. Come into any South Central Bank office today and put your money to work. You rate better at South Central Bank. Member FDIC.
Good morning. It's Thursday, December 22nd, 7:15, 44 degrees as we're coming on the air to you this morning. Hope you're doing well today, and we are in store for a very, very chilly day today. Temperatures now pretty mild compared to where they'll be in about 12 hours. 12 hours from now, we will be bottoming out even close to 0 degrees. Maybe even feeling like it's negative 20-something degrees out there. So we say negative 20-something, a little bit of variability depending on where you are. But the National Weather Service is pretty convinced that it is going to happen 100% now, according to their latest forecast. 100% chance that we're all going to see a low of negative 3 tonight. Wind chill values as low as negative 23. Breezy with a southwest wind 14 to 24 miles per hour. And rain and snow showers. So again, that's all through this evening. Today, here's what you need to know. Showers are likely mainly after 5 this evening. Cloudy with a high near 49 degrees, and those wind gusts today, 26 miles per hour. They're gusting out there. Chance of precip, 70% chance throughout most of today. That's where we are. Waking up Friday, partly sunny and cold, and a high near 10 degrees. Wind chill values will be low as negative 22. So that is the way that we are shaping up in the way of the weather. And local emergency management, they are giving you the warning to be sure you're staying off the roadway this evening and into tomorrow if possible, because that rain is quickly going to be changing over to ice as we are maybe in that evening hour right there, that rush hour, if you will, from about 5 to 7 p.m. Folks trying to make their way home, they might have a little bit of a difficulty if they're not careful out there. Barron County Judge Executive Michael Hell says that his team's preparing for the worst outcome this evening, but they're advising folks simply to stay home.
You know, my advice to people, if you don't have to go anywhere, don't go anywhere. But
if you're not prepared, you better get prepared.
And again, the emergency management telling us earlier this morning that they are currently working to get folks some more information through their Facebook page. And again, that's available at Barron County Emergency Management. Now, here's the latest information we received from them. They say that they are advising folks to fill up their vehicles ahead of time and make sure blankets are in the car if you must be traveling. They ask that you also have a car charger in there for your cell phone and keep it charged. Also, please exercise caution, they say. Wear the appropriate layers of clothing and wear gloves to keep your fingers from getting exposed. And reminder, if you do get wet, if there's rain on your gloves or anything like that, shoes, socks, be sure that you're changing those immediately, because again, once that rain starts falling and then it turns into ice, it's not going to be a very fun scenario for you. And they do advise you to check on neighbors, family members, and animals especially. Keep in mind that we do have some animals here in this area that are simply going to be left outside. Some folks, if you can bring those into a warmer place, even if you have a barn or outdoor location, bring those animals in, because they are going to unfortunately be left out there into extreme conditions. We cannot warn you enough that it's going to be quite cold. That wind chill watch is going to be changing over to a wind chill warning and a winter storm advisory in effect as well. That's with the hazardous weather outlook here with the National Weather Service. So that's where we're shaping up in the way of the weather and what you need to know. We're also going to let you know that the city of Glasgow has alerted us that their Department of Public Works is actually going to be delaying trash pickup for tomorrow. So if you're normally a Friday trash pickup, you are going to need to listen closely. Your waste collection is going to be postponed a week. So Friday, December 30th will be your new trash date if you otherwise would have had it picked up tomorrow. And they say due to the governor's state of emergency, that's why they are going to be postponing the trash pickup. But the good news is they will be collecting extra trash. So if you do have some bags outside of the can, anything like that, you will be permitted to get those picked up when you otherwise would not. Now, the current holiday schedule, it is not going to be changing, and you can find all of that information at our website, WCLUradio.com. For the sake of brevity, we are going to leave that on our website for you to look at. Right now, we want to prioritize letting you know what the current with this winter storm, what is important to know. And again, with closures happening with the holidays, it can be kind of confusing. Tomorrow, the DPW here in Glasgow, the trash pickup is going to be postponed. So don't take your trash can to the curbside tonight or in the morning. It's not going to be useful. They will not be picking that up. They're delaying that out until next Friday, December 30th. In other news this hour, Barron County Jailer-elect Aaron Shirley will assume the role of jailer sooner than expected. Barron County Jailer Aaron Bennett is expected to resign effective Saturday. His last day as jailer, it's Friday, December 23rd. That's tomorrow. Judge Executive Michael Hell issued an executive order yesterday which explained Bennett's plan to resign effectively December 24th. The county judge executive, he reserves the power by law to name a replacement for the remainder of the term. Shirley was appointed to fill the unexpired term, which is slated to end on December 31st. We sought comment from Mr. Bennett, who originally did not want to comment, but he went on to say, quote, "I just thank Barron County for the opportunity to serve them since 2005, unquote. He said that to us yesterday in a text message. Bennett, he did not have any additional comments, and he did not specify why he resigned or what the future may hold for him. Now, Shirley, on the other hand, he says he was alerted of Bennett's resignation and agreed to work essentially the last full week of his term. Shirley, he was sworn in by Barron Circuit Judge John Alexander yesterday. He said he had previously taken the oath of office for his term beginning next month, but it had to take a separate oath to complete Bennett's term. Yesterday, WCLU News spoke to Aaron Shirley, and here's what he said.
Yeah, it's just one step at a time. The main thing is just getting in there to see what we have and how we can make it better from where we found.
Shirley says that he has been in Warren County doing an internship type of program there at their regional jail. That's where he was yesterday when he took our phone call. Now, Shirley, he was nominated as the Republican candidate in the Barron County primary election. Bennett, also a Republican, he was not reelected after his first term. And then, of course, Shirley would go on into the November election to defeat the Democratic challenger. Two area organizations recently teamed up to distribute 5,044 servings of food to Barron County families facing hunger this winter. Realtor Association of Southern Kentucky and Feeding America, Kentucky's Heartland, sponsored the disbursement. The food, it was delivered to the Barron County School District on Tuesday, December 13th. Now in its 11th year, Realtors Hope for Hunger is a fundraiser conducted twice a year that has donated over 4.7 million servings of food to local area school districts since its inception. The cumulative efforts of this year's campaigns, according to a news release, provided a total of 777,942 servings to Southern Kentucky families. You can find more info about that at our website, WCLUradio.com. And finally, before we go to break today, there is a state of emergency in Kentucky as a reminder due to the fact that we will be having a flash freezing and severely cold temperature event into this evening and into Friday. What does flash freezing mean? Well, that means that the freezing is expected to happen rather quickly. So this afternoon during that drive time, about 5 o'clock or so, it's going to be changing over from a rain to a icy area, and then of course some snow will be following behind that. So that rain will be changing quickly and the temperature will be drastically dropping. We are expecting wind chill values this evening. They could drop as low as negative 23 degrees, and that front is expected to make its way across the region and pass out of here by tomorrow. But again, it's going to be affecting travel conditions, and that's something that authorities are making sure you know. The travel conditions this evening and into tomorrow, they are going to be particularly dangerous, and you're advised not to be on the roadway. Now, Kentucky State Police is also advising folks to be sure if they are on the roadway, be sure you have a blanket or some way to keep warm in your car in case you're stranded or in case that something happens and you're not able to get quickly to a heat source. Make sure you're taking it slow and make sure that you're giving yourself some space on that roadway. State Police, again, is advising folks to stay off the roadway if they can. But if you must be on that roadway, be very cautious. Again, this afternoon, we cannot stress to you enough, when that changeover begins to happen, there's likely going to begin to be accidents happening on the roadways. Call volume at 911 centers is going to increase, and they are going to be very busy. So be sure that you're making plans to prepare in the event that you have to wait for emergency assistance, because once the roads begin to freeze over, it will be difficult for those folks to get to you as well. Now, in the way of keeping warm in your home, it's pretty much a given. Be sure that you are making sure any sort of outside spigots or anything like that are covered if you can, and if you cannot, be sure that you're watching those. Sometimes they will bust, especially in extreme temperatures like we are expecting. And if you're also having some water problems in your house, be sure sometimes you can leave that to drip a little bit. Authorities are saying if you turn that water on and let it drip just a bit, it'll kind of promote that water to come through those pipes, which will then prevent them from freezing up. And then there are a number of other tips at our website, WCLUradio.com. Several things we could continue to let you know about today, but the important part is you need to just prepare for that, stay indoors, and try to keep warm. We'll be here with you to let you know. Keep up to date at WCLUradio.com and on our app, and of course here on the air, we will be here with you. 7:25, it's 44 degrees, Thursday, December 22nd. We'll be right back to hear from our last Best of G-Town You Know for the semester. It's from Glasgow High School. You won't want to miss it.
When we lost Frank, we lost a good friend.
Father, husband, colleague, and coach. He meant a lot to all of us.
Today, we had a chance to tell him that.
When someone close to you passes on, you want to commemorate their life in a special way. That's why individual requests are such an important part of our funeral services. We strive to meet your specific needs for the most fitting service for your loved ones. A.F. Crow & Son Funeral Home, a celebration of love.
Healthcare changes all the time, but at Hatchet Home Medical, we're a consistent friend to help you navigate the road to good health. We are your headquarters for all types of equipment and supplies to let you recuperate at home, and we keep up with all the changes. So let us file the paperwork for insurance reimbursement. Hatchet Home Medical's huge showroom and warehouse on Park Avenue in Glasgow lets us stock what you need, and our trained technicians are courteous and helpful when setting up and instructing you or your caretakers. We feature a 24-hour on-call phone number to help in emergencies. pharmacies. And remember, all healthcare professionals, Hatchett's Home Medical has the area's largest selection of nurses' uniforms and supplies, featuring the best of name brands. Whether you need a wheelchair, walker, hospital bed, or other assistive device, the name to remember is Hatchett Home Medical in the Park Avenue Shopping Center in Glasgow. Phone 651-9551.
Welcome back to WCLU News this morning. It's Thursday, December 22nd. I'm Brennan Crane. It's a privilege to be with you today. It's 7:27, 44 degrees. Again, weather today, we are shaping up to have a cold day, and some folks are like, wow, we're talking about that a lot. Folks, we just want you to know that it is going to be extremely cold this evening, and that's the gist of it. Extremely cold. There will be some rain and snow out there, freezing, which will make travel conditions pretty treacherous. So try to stay indoors and just be sure you're trying to stay warm. There could be some power outages if it does get that bad, where there are some power outages. Be prepared for that. We know that emergency crews are on standby for that here locally between our rural farmers, RECC. They'll be working in the county and in the areas more rural to us. Glasgow Electric Plant Board here in the city limits of Glasgow, they'll be working as well. And to our neighbors over in Warren County and such, Warren RECC, those folks, they'll be taking care of you as well. We're confident of that. So just be prepared for that. Stay plugged in. We'll try to give you as most up-to-date information as possible. Well, some closures are happening soon, including the Barron County Clerk's Office. They're going to be closed tomorrow. We understand they will be closed tomorrow and Monday in observance of the Christmas holiday. So again, that's coming this morning from the Barron County Clerk, Helena Birdwell. She says that the Clerk's Office, they'll be closed tomorrow and Monday for Christmas. The Marywood Weldon Library, they'll also be closing they'll be tomorrow through the whole weekend, and then they will be closed as well on that Monday. So be prepared for that. Other closures that are happening, most of your government, banks, things like that, they'll be closed through this weekend, as you many know. But again, check with your local entity, whether it's the government or whatever you need to be checking in on. All of those resources are readily available at most places on their social media, and compiling that. We have some at our website as well, WCLUradio.com. Well, part of the closures, it's time for Christmas break. The holiday break is on students here now in the Glasgow school system, Barron County schools as well out of school in Caverna, and a number of school systems in our region are now out for the holiday break. Checking in with Glasgow High School, it's the Best of G-Town You Know episode for today.
Hey Scotties, I'm Cody Lucas, feature editor of the Scotty Channel, filling in for Acacia. Welcome to the final G-Town You Know episode of the semester. Don't worry guys, we're not going anywhere. On today's episode, Glasgow High School hosts a special holiday lunch. A senior inspires a tree decorating contest, and the GHS Host Club wins some awards at Region. The Scotty Channel also recaps the recent basketball district doubleheader in our sports report. But first, we have Will Perosi with the headlines.
Good morning, Scotties. I'm Will Perosi, back again with your G-Town headlines. Glasgow High School computer science students were recently recognized for their submissions in this year's Congressional App Challenge. Congrats to Anna Kunkel, Autumn Pollard, and Maddox Mullenkamp, who placed 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, respectively. Members of the GHS HOSA Club recently won a bunch of awards at their regional competition, and we'll have the full list of their accomplishments later this episode. 3 Scotty Band members recently received All-State Band honors. Congratulations to Josh Richards, Andres Garcia, and Brendan Wilson for making the All-State Band. The GHS Beta Club recently had their Quiz Bowl team place top 8 and qualify for Quiz Bowl at State Convention. Glasgow senior Brandon Wilson also qualified for the second round of the Beta Spelling Bee competition. Way to go, Scotties. The GHS academic team has been busy competing across the country, earning 5th place at the Rat Race Tournament in Chaska, Minnesota, and a 4th place finish at the Greatest Snow on Earth Tournament at Russell High School. The Scotties have qualified for the High School National Championship Tournament, so congrats to the team on a great fall semester. The Glasgow Police Department recently donated toys and food to local families. Thank you to the GPD for making the holiday season special for families in need.
What's up, Scotties? I'm Ron Randall, sports editor of the Scotty Channel. Glasgow senior running back Kieran Stockton was recently awarded the Culver's Player of the Year award. Congrats to Stockton on a record-breaking senior season. Former Scotty and current Hilltopper Davin Smith has joined TSR for NIL marketing representation and is now sponsored by Barstool Sports, becoming an official Barstool athlete. The Scotty and Lady Scotty basketball teams recently hosted their first ever district doubleheader against Warren East, who has moved to the 15th district.
Thanks to everyone who helped out with today's show. Until next year, this is G-Town You Know.
Check out the full episode at scottychannel.com.
All right, thank you for that report there. Again, we appreciate that, always coming each week from Glasgow High School. 7:32, it's 45 degrees, Thursday, December 22nd. You don't have to go anywhere. Stay plugged in with us at WCLUradio.com and our app that is available for your Apple or Android device. Be sure to download that there. We'll send out updates for you, especially during times when it get difficult, like we're about to have potentially this evening. We'll be sending out some things to you in the event that we need to get some word out to you pretty quickly. Have a great Thursday.
The share it with a friend deal, even if that friend is yourself. Your McDonald's, your rules.
Who says the perfect friendship doesn't exist? Get 20-piece Chicken McNuggets and a basket of fries for only $8.99. Share it with a friend or many friends. Only at McDonald's. For a limited time, prices and participation may vary. Single item at regular price. Cannot be combined with any other offer.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Governor Andy Beshear declaring a state of emergency ahead of the expected Arctic storm set to begin later today and into Friday. 1 to 4 inches of snow are forecast throughout much of Kentucky, and temperatures will be dropping into the single digits. Transportation Secretary Jim Gray warns drivers not to underestimate what can happen even during a light snowfall.
Don't get complacent when you hear that the expected snowfall might be fairly light. And why is that? Well, a combination of light, powdery snow and wind gusts of up to 40 to 50 miles an hour can quickly create whiteout conditions on the highway. And many of you have experienced this. I can tell you that I have.
An intense 4 hours at the Clark County Public Library Board meeting last night. At issue, a book entitled Gender Queen. The author shares the story of gender identity, sexuality, and identifying as non-binary. Over 24 residents filed into the meeting, some suggesting special labeling for the book in order to protect their children. Julie Maruskin of the Library Board.
I do care about restricting books in a public library. I cannot do it. There is no physical, practical way to do it. There is for one book. It will never be one book.
Audio is courtesy of WKYT TV. Perry County Police are warning people about a recent scam. Officials posted to Facebook yesterday to give more information. They say people are receiving phone calls from what the callers are claiming to be Circuit Court Judge Allison Wells' office. The scammers are then telling people they have outstanding warrants and excessive fines to get money from them. Officials say that neither law enforcement nor the courts ever request payment over the phone. I'm Sean McCormick.
This is the Kentucky News Network.
Are you tired of high cable TV rates? Sign up for Dish today and get a $500 bonus offer while supplies last. Plus, lock in your price for 2 years guaranteed. Call All-American Dish, your Dish authorized retailer now.
800-296-1251. 800-296-1251. That's 800-296-1251.
Offers require credit qualification, 24-month commitment, early termination fee, and e-auto pay. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
The authority on business is Bloomberg Television.
How divided is this FOMC right now?
Global business headlines, market-moving news, and smart analysis.
The question that seems to come up all the time is where do you go with stocks?
Powered by 2,700 journalists and analysts in more than 120 countries around the world.
Here's how your markets close.
It's been an incredible ride higher.
Bloomberg Television, the Bloomberg Business app, and Bloomberg.com.
How can people even begin to trade this?
Check your local listings for the cable or satellite
This is
provider.
Cynthia Watson with Monticello Bank. During this holiday season, our hearts are warmed by thoughts of the many good people we've had the opportunity to serve this year. You've certainly brightened our year, and we would like to wish you and yours a season filled with good times, good friends, and great memories. It's your support that has allowed us to provide top-notch service for over 125 years. We would like to express our sincerest appreciation for the trust you've placed in us, and we wish you a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Monticello Bank, member FDIC.
Let's turn to local sports. A lot of holiday tournaments in basketball action to tell you about. In boys action, Clinton County defeated Glasgow 64-62. Barron County down Clarksville, Northeast Tennessee 83-79. It was Caverna over Grayson County 65-62. Hart County over Montgomery Central of Tennessee 59-41. It was Metcalfe County downing Meade County 57-40. Monroe County fell to Adair County 77-68. Warren East lost to Breckenridge County 69-48. It was Bowling Green 84, Hopkinsville 57, Fleming County 75, Greenwood 71, and South Warren over Crittenden County 67-23. Girls action from last night, Grant County over Glasgow 62-58. Barron County defeated Livingston Academy out of Tennessee 48-44. Marshall County 58, Hart County 46, Metcalfe County 42, Grayson County 37. It was Greene County 41, Edmondson County 37, Bowling Green over Ryle 56-46, and Rowan County downed Greenwood 70-54. High school basketball today in girls games. Glasgow wraps up play in a tournament in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Barron County takes on Station Camp, Tennessee in Gatlinburg. Hart County faces both Wayne County and Bell County at Wayne County High School. Metcalfe County travels to Edmondson County. Warren East hosts Whitesville Trinity. Warren Central goes up against Livingston Academy of Tennessee in Gatlinburg. Bowling Green squares off against DuPont Manual at Bullitt East High School, and Greenwood plays its last game in the tournament at Bullitt East. Boys action today, Barron County takes on Corbin in Gatlinburg. Caverna plays Breckenridge County at Ohio County High School. Edmondson County entertains Taylor County. Metcalfe County goes up against Davis County in Brownsville. Warren East travels to face off against Ohio County. Greenwood plays in the last game in the tournament at Mason County High School, and South Warren plays Clarksville Christian of Tennessee in Russellville.
Like our station? Drop us a line. Box 1628, Glasgow, Kentucky, 42142. And online at WCLUradio.com.
Some things can wait. Chores, mowing the lawn. Hey, that laundry's not going anywhere. But if you're 50 or older or live with diabetes or heart disease, untreated COVID could be deadly. And if you don't get treatment within days, you might not be able to. So, got COVID symptoms? Talk to a doctor and get treatment right away, because it just can't wait. We can do this. Paid for by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
This is Terry Bunnell, Chairman, President, and CEO of the People's Bank. Have you heard about the great rates going on now at the People's Bank? Open a 3-month CD and earn 4.0 annual percentage yield, a 6-month CD and earn 4.50 annual percentage yield, or a 12-month CD and earn 4.65 annual percentage yield. Choose a great rate and make it count. Stop by the People's Bank, 1300 West Main Street, Glasgow, to open your new CD today. The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Limited time offer. The minimum balance required to open and obtain the stated APY is $1,000. New money only. The rate is fixed for the term of the certificate. For other terms and conditions, please refer to the account disclosures available at account opening and upon request.
Thank you, Terry. 45 degrees. WCLU Good Morning Live. We need to get over here and talk about some of the birthday honorees that we have today. Yes, we do have birthdays heading into the holidays. We even are giving away a birthday cake today from Dairy Queen and a rose from Greer's Flowers today. So, my suggestion is get those birthdays and anniversaries in. We have quite a few. Let's go with it. Okay, we got Malcolm Kirk celebrating today. Robert Shoopman is 62. Robert, your wife Crystal wrote in to make sure we had Mr. Robert on the birthday list today. Ruth Jean Sharp. Jamie Deckard celebrates. So does his grandpapa, Paul Pace, sharing birthdays in tandem today. How about Mr. William Stewart having a birthday? Luke Fisher. Sue Furlong. Gwen Barber, Chris Hagan. We understand, Chris, your mom and dad called up to tell us that you are 47 today. Congratulations. Anniversaries. It's the 59th for Jim and Sandra Helsley, and it's the 59th for Billy and Joanne Hughes. What about that? Is that everybody? I think I got everybody covered right there. Yes, 651-9149, 800-956-1023. Online here at WCLUradio.com. If you think of somebody we don't have on there, let's get them on there before the drawing next hour, okay? Okay. It is Cynthia Watson Day here on the radio. A very nice gal. If you happen to see Cynthia Watson around town today, the thing to do is to pat her on the back. Just a reminder that she is as good as gold from her friends here at WCLU. And a little taste of Texas, where celebrating is at its finest when you celebrate the Texas way.
Good morning, friends. You know, a person could be financially successful but still make marriage or parenting decisions that are extremely foolish. One might be a role model in athletics, business, or other areas of life, but we must be very careful in these times because a person can make one foolish decision that can blow up their successful world. True success is not how much money a person accumulates, how many adoring fans crowd around them, and how many military victories are achieved, or how much education is gained. True success is what a person does with all the things that they become and have. It's a tragedy when a person gains money, fame, power, athletic ability, or popularity, and then become a failure in simple morality or basic family life. It's a disastrous shame when one gains many of these things in life and then turns away from the only true and living God, Jehovah. If one would be truly successful in life, one must accept whatever blessings God has given and humbly ask His help in using them to His glory, especially your family. True success is found in what you do with what you have. This is Danny Wyatt for the Refuge Church of Christ.
This holiday at Metro by T-Mobile, get a free 5G tablet for the whole family. Wait, is that Luis Fonsi?
Imagine even more savings and more video calling, more sharing every memory. So happy together.
Enjoy a free 5G tablet after rebate with unlimited HD when you add a tablet line for only $30. Only at Metro. If congested, customers using greater than 35 gigabytes per month may notice reduced speeds plus tax via rebate on virtual prepaid MasterCard after third monthly payment. See store for details.
743 WCLU, Good Morning Live. I want to remind you about the Glasgow First United Methodist Church special Christmas Eve service that is going to be this Saturday afternoon at 5 p.m. Come join the church in communion, candle lighting, carols, and scriptures inside of the sanctuary. They always do a nice job with that. Again, at 5 o'clock on Christmas Eve. Speaking of the holidays, it's time to ho, ho, ho our way up to 621 West Main Street in Glasgow, where Bobby Lee Hurt is perched, waiting for Father Christmas to arrive. How you doing, Bobby Lee, sir?
Doing well this morning, Henry, and I want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and hope everybody enjoys the spirit of Santa Claus and the reason we were here, the reason we are celebrating. You know, so hey.
Indeed. And, you know, one thing I can tell you, you have a lot of friends. You make a lot of friends in the business that you have up there, Hurt Auto Sales. You get a lot of folks coming in, a lot of folks you never met because you seem like a nice guy. They want to come buy a car from you. And I know you've been very pleased and blessed by that, too, haven't you?
We most certainly have, Henry. Lots of good folks come and trade with us, and a lot of repeat business, and we appreciate all of our customers and want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas for sure. And
there are some people who tune into this show, Bobby Lee, not because of the humor that you and I bring to the show. They want to know what the newest inventory is up there at Hurt Auto Sales. So have you got any, I didn't ask you this ahead of time, you got any new arrivals you'd like to brag on this morning, sir?
I most certainly do, and I actually traded for 3 brand new ones, or brand new to me.
Yeah.
Yesterday. Okay.
Okay. Let's hear about them.
Okay, we got a 2012 GMC Terrain. It's a SLE model, local trade, and we've got it priced to sale for just $9,900.
Son, that's under $10,000 for that Terrain. Of course, Bobby Lee, if you listen to this program regular, you know that he's a Terrain man.
That's right.
You've heard of the Rain Man. This is the Terrain Man, Bobby Hurt up there, because you like those, don't you?
I most certainly do. They sell really well. We also got a 2013 Cadillac SRX, white, pretty car, black leather interior, and we're going to sell it for $14,900.
Those are sharp vehicles. They got a nice, I don't know, just the body style of those. It's got a really nice look to it for sure.
They most certainly do, Henry. And if you're looking for something really nice, want to go into Christmas really strong, we got a red Jeep Wrangler 2022, okay?
Yeah.
Brand new almost, has 6,000 miles on it, still under factory warranty. We've got it priced to sell for $40,900.
Man, it's a 2022?
Yes, it is.
And it's red?
Red. I'd say red with a black hardtop, and just a super nice. Well, it's brand new, so it's a really nice vehicle. So come in and check that out. And automatic, go four-wheeling. Hey,
I think you actually need to call the North Pole this morning and let them know if there's any sort of a sleigh breakdown out there, you've got something that can slide right in and take over.
That's right. You could deliver everything with this.
That's right, and it'll be ready to go for next Christmas too, won't it?
That's right. All you got to do is drive it safely, and it'll be okay for next year.
All right. Well, it's a lot of good. Yeah, and of course, to talk about three, it's hard to choose because there's a whole bunch more than that on the lot at Hurt Auto Sales. And I think you ought to get up there this morning and say, you're open for the holiday today, and you'd like to trade with somebody today. If they are looking for a vehicle, don't let somebody come up there and get it out from under you. You go check it out today at Hurt Auto Sales. Merry Christmas, Bobby Lee, and thank you for being here. And let's wish everybody a Merry Christmas with the Christmas greeting that rings true year-round up at Hurt Auto Sales. That is.
And that would be no pain when you trade with Hurt.
Happy holidays, sir.
And you also, to everyone. Thank you, Henry.
Thank you, Bobby Lee.
Highland Pharmacy on Rogers Road in Glasgow has been a community favorite since 2012, and there's a reason for that. They consistently offer a wide range of customized services, quality care, and a commitment to you. Over-the-counter COVID tests are available and can be billed to most insurance carriers. You can also receive the COVID vaccine at Highland Pharmacy. Register at highland-pharmacy.com. That's highland-pharmacy.com. Highland Pharmacy, a community favorite since 2012.
The holidays are here. Achieve gifting greatness when you give perfectly aged, tender, delicious Omaha steaks. The steak experts at Omaha Steaks have curated special gift packages to take the guesswork out of gifting and make you a holiday hero. Go to omahasteaks.com and take advantage of 50% off site-wide. Plus, use code SIZZLE at checkout to get an additional $40 off your order. Send an assortment of mouth-watering favorites guaranteed to impress, like the legendary Butcher's Cut Filet Mignon, air-chilled boneless chicken, ultra juicy burgers, even easy to prepare, ready in a flash comfort meals. Omaha Steaks is ready to ship your order right away, so shop early and beat the shipping rush. Go to omahasteaks.com and use promo code SIZZLE at checkout. Omaha Steaks is a gift from the heart, remembered with every unforgettable bite. Order with complete confidence today, knowing you're ordering the very best. Visit omahasteaks.com, get 50% off site-wide, plus use promo code SIZZLE at checkout to get that extra $40 off your order. Minimum order may be required.
Andersen Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection are designed to meet building codes for coastal locations from Maine to Miami, Gainesville to Galveston, and they're on guard even when no one is home. Andersen Windows and Doors with Stormwatch Protection. The uglier the weather gets, the more beautiful they become.
See the full line of Andersen Windows and Doors at Glasgow Building Supply, 31E Bypass in Glasgow. Andersen Windows. Come home to Andersen.
This is it, the putt to win the tournament. If you sink it, the championship is yours. But on your backswing, your hat falls over your eyes. Is this how you're running your business? Poor visibility because you're still relying on spreadsheets and outdated finance software? To see the full picture, you need to upgrade to NetSuite by Oracle. NetSuite is the #1 cloud financial system to power your growth with visibility and control of your financials, inventory, HR planning, budgeting, and more. NetSuite is everything you need to grow all in one place. With NetSuite, you can automate your procedures and close your books in no time while staying well ahead of your competition. 93% of surveyed businesses increase their visibility and control after upgrading to NetSuite. Over 32,000 businesses already use NetSuite. For the new year, NetSuite has a new financing program for those ready to upgrade at netsuite.com/advantage. Head to netsuite.com/advantage for this special one-of-a-kind financing offer on the #1 financial system for growing businesses. netsuite.com/advantage.
All right, I got a couple more birthdays here before we get into tidbit news. Let me tell you about Stephen Hensley. Stephen Hensley has a birthday today, and we got Miss Diana Elmore calling in and wishing her daughter a happy birthday today. It's Cindy Craig having a birthday today as well. So we got a lot of good holiday wishes here for folks, and we're looking forward to seeing who's going to win the birthday cake next hour, as well as the rosebud vase next hour. But this hour is what we're dealing with right now. If I can get all the consonants out here at the same time, we're going to do tidbit news.
From the north, south, east, west, NEWS, here's the latest news.
Tidbit news around the world and up the street here on WCLU. 45 degrees. It is 7:52.
Morning, Henry.
How you doing, James?
Hey, 45 now, but not for too long.
Well, you know, it'll be. We've had cold snaps before. We're going to snap right through this one.
Yes, sir.
Just going to be careful. So what we got to do is understand the challenge before us and then make it happen.
Yeah, and use wisdom. Be careful.
Right. Speaking of using wisdom, this first couple of stories doesn't have any wisdom to it whatsoever. Let me make sure Brennan's microphone is working.
Does that sound like it's working?
What was that?
I'm not sure what that is.
That's me coming in with my shimmer.
I thought that was you zipping up your parka up there.
I thought for a second I was on Bewitched.
Yeah, that's right. Didn't you see Brennan up there wiggling his nose?
Yeah.
Here, hit that again and wiggle your nose, Brennan, for the benefit of the TV audience.
All right.
It's so cold. He's already shimmering. Brennan Montgomery.
Should have had like a
Bewitched.
Should have had like a smoke machine or something up here.
See him flying in on a broom.
He might fly in on a broom tomorrow.
Yeah.
Just to brush off his, of course, on when this is in the forecast, I cheat. I put an old comforter that I have on the windshield.
There you go.
That way, there's just no sense in knowing that something like this is going to happen early. There's no sense in not planning ahead. So put that old comforter on the windshield.
That's comforting.
And you won't have any trouble getting here, or at least seeing how to drive here.
So tomorrow's Christmas, our final, almost Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
You're going to do the hanging of the greens.
7:30 tomorrow.
Oh, that's cool.
Going to crank it out.
Yeah, man.
All right, this story right here, listen to this. These are things you don't think about, but sometimes you ought to think about them. Yesterday, or actually Monday of this week, a federal judge sentenced a former Virginia rapper to 5 months in jail for using a photograph of himself up at the Capitol riot as an album cover photo.
Not good.
You see there, hey, yeah, I was there all right. Here, I'm going to sell 1 million copies of a picture of me up there. His name is Antoine Broadnax. He's also known as, and I know Brennan knows this guy, Bugsy the Don.
I have no idea who that is.
Bugsy?
Bugsy the Don.
What do you mistake me for?
He pleaded guilty to 4 misdemeanor counts in October of 2021 after rejecting a plea agreement for a single count. Mr. Broadnax, who has relocated to Georgia after his detention, entered the U.S. Capitol building January the 6th, and he used an image of himself smoking on a vehicle outside as the cover of an album named The Capitol. See there? That's right. How ironic is that? Is that ironic or intentional? Anyway, prosecutors suggested that he should be sentenced to 21 months in jail for some petty offenses because of his extensive criminal history, but prior felony convictions for producing a controlled substance and being a felon in possession of a firearm in Virginia and Maryland, are also included in that right there. He was really asking for it, so to speak. The Justice Department also stated that Mr. Broadnax merited a sentencing enhancement for removing evidence from his phone after offering to submit the FBI images and videos of the riot. U.S. District Judge Paul Friedman concurred Monday, saying Mr. Broadnax had willfully hindered the administration of justice. So anyway, hey, yeah, if you're thinking you want to go out and become famous by going to this Capitol riot, take a picture of yourself smoking, sitting on a car, and put it on your album cover.
Bad taste.
It's not over with yet.
Change your name to Bugsy.
Bugsy. Bugsy the Don.
You know, Bugsy coming in hot.
That's right. Anyway.
Yeah, that's not good.
I've been talking about this weather, and I've been telling people, just because I'm kind of crazy about it, it's just funny. But anyway, I've been telling everybody that it's coming in hot. You know, it's just ironic that it really is. But anyway, Bugsy certainly did too. It sounds like 5 months in prison might be good for him.
I bet his next album cover will be something, you know, like a much more simple
Behind Bars
context. That's right. That's right.
That's the next name of the album is just Bars.
Here we are, slamming in the slammer,
singing that Jailhouse Rock now.
That's right. That's right. Story number 2. This is interesting. You know, people will do anything to get their kids a job. There's a woman in her 50s. She's been fined by a district court. This is in Korea, after promising to donate part of her liver to a company president in exchange for a job for her son.
What?
Dun, dun, dun. The promised liver transplant did not take place because the woman contracted COVID-19 shortly before the operation. The chairman of the construction company who was supposed to get this lady's liver has since died. So anyway, Tuesday, Park Jong-gil, a judge in the Seoul Central District Court, offered the woman to pay a fine of 3 million won, which is $2,331, for violating the Organ Transplant Act that they have there in Korea. So it sounds like they don't want people just donating organs to get something out of it.
Right.
And she says in their comments, she says that she was willing to donate her liver in exchange for 100 million won, which is $77,000, and a job for her son at the construction company. So the chairman's son, the son of the guy who needed the liver transplant, agreed to those terms.
Could you not just put in an application?
I
and,
don't know. Say, look,
would it cost? I mean, I know her motive sounds good, but there's got to be an easier way.
I think she says in here somewhere, it's a big long story, but she says she says that it wasn't really that smart of a deal, but when they threw in that 100 million won, she said, I'm in.
That's the convincing part.
That's right.
Money talks.
And finally, this story, I just thought this was interesting. If I can, I'm going to run out of time, but I'm going to do it real fast right here. There's a lot of vehicle regulations set forth. These homeowners associations, you live in a certain subdivision, the HOA's got things. They're fairly regular, but a discussion currently taking place on a motorsport website has brought to light a block of anti-vehicle repair codes from Sacramento, California. In a nutshell, the ordinance prohibits car and homeowners from performing complex repairs on their vehicles in your own garage. How about that? The zoning code says that you can no longer perform minor automotive repairs so long as they're working on a car which is registered to somebody who lives in that house. However, the code also states repair must be minor. They say minor repairs are brake part replacement, minor tune-ups, change of oil and filter, repair of flat tire, lubrication, and similar operations. And they cannot be performed outdoors, making it the end of the shade tree mechanic.
And the end of your freedom.
That's exactly right. Anyway, I thought I would share that, and that's what we got. There he is. That's right.
This is your home for Glasgow's best variety. WCLU Glasgow. W276DO Glasgow. WCLU.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Rocket Mortgage.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Airlines have canceled more than 1,300 flights in the U.S. with a winter storm bearing down on the Midwest, snarling Christmas travel. Correspondent Chris Van Cleve begins our coverage.
The airlines think they'll be able to at least operate some flights out of Chicago O'Hare until about midday when the weather will really deteriorate there. One good thing the airlines say is they saw a real spike in people taking advantage of all those travel waivers to move their flights. So hopefully fewer people will be impacted as the cancellation cancellations mount.
The snow and wind are accompanied by bitter cold. Meteorologist Craig Allen with our affiliate WCBS.
From the Great Lakes all the way back through the plains, the upper plains, the Mississippi Valley, into the northern Rockies, we have actual air temperatures into the minus 20 to minus 40 degree range and wind chills that could be as low as minus 50 to minus 60 in some of these areas.
Airlines have already canceled about 700 flights scheduled for tomorrow. Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky took Washington by storm on a quick visit that included a meeting with President Biden and a speech to a joint session of Congress.
Your money is not charity. It's an investment in the global security.
Face the Nation's Margaret Brennan.
He spoke some of the language that will land well with Republicans.